Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want...
Hey everybody, AG on the AT here. Whoop whoop! Want to make a video this morning about how AG is going to filter his water on the trail. Nobody seems to know. I know. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you. So what I did was I went out and bought the Sawyer Squeeze. This is the regular size Sawyer Squeeze. I do know they make a Sawyer Squeeze Mini, but I preferred the regular size. And so this is the water filter. As you see, it's very lightweight. It's very small. And one of the really nice things about the Sawyer Squeeze water filter is that it is extremely versatile. Okay, there are several ways to filter water through this thing. You can make a gravity feed system. You can actually like screw the filter directly onto a standard spring water sized bottle and drink right out of it. And what's neat about it is that it does come with this sports cap, and so if you wanted to just drink right out of it, you leave the sports cap on. I guess it's tight. You leave the sports cap on the filter. You then would take your spring water bottle and you would fill it with water from your water source, and then you would take the filter, screw it directly on the bottle, and then you could drink right from it. And this is just one way to get water quickly. I do recommend, though, if you get water in this fashion, make sure that you do not cross-contaminate your spring water bottles. Make sure you do not drink from the bottle that you put the contaminated water in. Okay, it's very, very important that if you are going to get water this way, that you have clean spring water bottles and spring water bottle that's just used for the contaminated water. I've seen hikers mark those bottles with different colored tape so they can tell them apart. But that's just one kind of unique feature that I like about the Sawyer Squeeze. But again, it's very, very versatile. And that's what I really like about it. So you might be wondering, like, well, how does the water filter actually work? I'm going to show you. So what you do is you take your water. Wait a second. This isn't water. Olive oil? Hi, Mrs. AG. Up to a roll of tricks again. What a prankster. Although olive oil is good in my ramen bombs. All right, you take your water right here. And this is a Mylar water bag. Mylar water bags do come with the Sawyer Squeeze. It does come with 2 of them. The 2 of them are right here. And it does come with a third smaller one. And I think what I'm going to do is just leave the smaller one at home and just carry just one of the bigger ones. So you take your Mylar water bag, you fill it up with water from the water source. You unscrew the cap, and you'll notice that on the Sawyer Squeeze, all around it is marked with these flow arrows. Flow, flow. So that means the water obviously must flow in that direction. So you gotta screw the Sawyer Squeeze filter onto the Mylar water bag. I'm going to remove the sports cap altogether. It does come with this blue adapter piece. Okay, just come with that. And what this does is that it allows you to connect any standard size spring water bottle directly onto the Sawyer Squeeze. So I'm going to put that on there like that. And I'm going to screw it on top like this. Just, whoops. Sometimes it takes a second just to kind of thread it correctly. One of the things I noticed was that if the connection is too tight, air cannot escape and it will make filtering the water very, very difficult. So if you're using this system, just make sure the connections are not too snug. If you are having trouble filtering the water, just loosen up the connection and the water will filter freely. So there we go. So we have the Mylar water bag connected to the filter, my spring water bottle connected to the Sawyer Squeeze. Now we are ready to filter. You just turn it upside down, as such, and just squeeze the Mylar water bag gently so the water passes through the filter. As such. It doesn't take too much pressure or too much strength to push the water through. The only thing that I've noticed is that filtering water is going to be a tedious process, but a very necessary process. I think hydration on the trail is going to be very, very important. Very important to stay hydrated while hiking. As you can see, the water's flowing nice and freely. My connections are correct. And I'm just going to continue squeezing the water through. So you see, it doesn't take too long, but it is just a little bit tedious. Just keep pushing that water through. And we're just about there. And there we go. All set. So when you're all done filtering water, I'm just going to start to disconnect things by unscrewing them all together. Whoops. Sometimes, things like that are going to happen. You're going to, expect, bumps in the road. Obviously, AG needs a little bit of practice, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So I have my Mylar water bag. I still have some water left in it, so I'm going to put the cap on it. I'm going to unscrew the blue adapter from the smart water bottle. And here's to you guys and girls. Hey, good luck on the AT. I got some cool, crisp, clean water, Sawyer Squeeze style. That is delicious. All right. One of the things I wanted to mention about the Sawyer Squeeze filter is that when you're using the Sawyer Squeeze to filter water, there's always going to be water that's going to get trapped inside the filter. And here's what's very critical about that information. During the colder temperatures and the colder months of backpacking, when temperatures dip below freezing, if you do not protect your Sawyer Squeeze filter, the water that's trapped inside the filter will freeze and destroy the inner mechanisms of the Sawyer Squeeze. So, and this is something that I know that a lot of hikers know, but please everybody, if you're using the Sawyer Squeeze, you must protect your filter during the colder temperatures. I know it comes highly recommended that when you do go to sleep at night to have the Sawyer Squeeze with you in your sleeping bag to protect it from being destroyed by the colder temperatures. But even if water doesn't drip out of the filter, just know that that water is still trapped inside and could ruin the filter if it freezes. So I just wanted to mention that real quickly to you guys. All right, moving on. So now we have nice clean water ready to go. One of the unique pieces of gear that I got from Osprey backpacks is this neat little tubing piece with this gray adapter. This is what Osprey calls the Osprey Quick Connect. The blue adapter came with the Sawyer Squeeze, and the Sawyer Squeeze does come with different types of adapters, so you can make different filter systems, and so you can connect them to different water bladders, and it also allows you to make a gravity hang filter system. That's what this piece is used for, and it does come with this gray hose as well. Okay, so back to the Osprey Quick Connect. So this is the Quick Connect, the blue adapter piece from Sawyer Squeeze that came with it when I bought it. So what this piece allows me to do is it allows me to filter water directly into my Osprey hydraulics water bladder that is contained inside my backpack. So I can filter water directly into it without having to unpack everything in the backpack and without having to even remove the Osprey water bladder. I can filter water directly into it. I'm going to show you how that works so y'all can see it up close. So come along with me, I'll show you. Inside my Osprey Atmos AG65 backpack is my Osprey hydraulics water bladder. The water bladder, as you see, sits in its own self-contained pouch inside the backpack, but on the back side. And that's right here. This is the tube that goes into the water bladder. It's right here. And this is the red button that disconnects the tube. So what you're going to do, what I'm going to do when I get ready to filter water into the bladder is I'm going to get my Sawyer Squeeze. And again, you find your flow arrows. I'm going to take my Osprey Quick Connect piece and I'm going to screw it onto the filter, or screw the filter onto the piece. Either way, obviously. I'm going to take my water and then I'm going to screw the Sawyer Squeeze onto the Mylar water bag, as such. So now we're ready to filter water directly into the water bladder using the Osprey Quick Connect. So you open the top of your backpack, find your hose, locate your red button. You want to push the red button to disconnect the hose. So here's one side of the hose. Here's the side of the hose that goes into the water bladder. You want to grab your water that you're getting ready to filter. Grab your Osprey Quick Connect and just quick connect it right into the bladder. Turn your water upside down and again just gently squeeze the water, and as you can see, the water is going directly into the Osprey Hydraulics water bladder. And I don't have to unload the backpack. I don't have to take things out of the backpack. You know, it's a very nice, easy, convenient system to filter water directly into the Osprey Hydraulics water bladder. Works great, and it's very, very convenient. Osprey makes a lot of really interesting backpacking accessories. If you're looking for something else, definitely look online or give them a call. That's how I was able to find this particular piece. Very, very functional. I really like it, and I'm definitely going to use it. So when you're all done filtering, you just disconnect the tube, set your water aside, reconnect the other end like that, and you're ready to go. Now you have filtered water in your bottles, you're set. You have your water bladder full, you're all set to go. So then you just take your pieces and just start taking things apart like this. I'm also going to show you, you might be wondering, well, where does the other end of the tube come out of the backpack? The other end of the tube comes out on the very back of the backpack, and it's marked with a blue H2O drop. And there's a hole in the backpack, and the tube comes right out of the hole that's on the back of the backpack. And you just kind of thread your hose or thread your tube right through these straps or these hangers that are on the shoulder straps. And there's two of them, as you see, one here and one here. And the bite valve piece, which you can also buy an extra one, and I do recommend buying an extra one because this thing will get chewed up, connects to a magnet that comes with the Osprey Atmos AG65. A little silver magnet, and two stick together like this. So while you're backpacking, you have water on demand, and the hose isn't going to fly around everywhere and be kind of a nuisance because it's going to be attached to the magnet, and it's also going to be clipped into your chest strap like that. So that water hose is going to stay nice and snug right against the strap. It's going to be on the magnet, and you're going to just tighten down your chest strap to where it's comfortable for you. And go backpacking. You're ready to go. Plenty of clean, crisp, cold water. Stay hydrated. Stay healthy. Hey, till next time, this is AG on the AT. Whoop!